It's what's in your wallet.
I'm so old.
I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 explosive hot dog carts.
Ritualistic blood magic.
Laser shooting chesty statues.
Don't watch movies unless we tell you to. Welcome to Shark Week with my best friend Phil. I am Phil Mako Shark Kessel, joined as always by two of the best fish in the sea. Craig Dogfish. Is that a shark?
Oh, no, I think it's a fish.
Okay. Let me back. Joined by two of the best fish in the sea, Craig, the Great White Northern.
That's pretty good.
That's all right.
And Will, Goblin Shark Jonas.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that.
Not hammerhead, goblin.
I was flipping a coin.
Goblin shark. That's fine.
The
Goblin
whole
sharks
time
are
I've
cool.
been here. They're very cool.
They're immortal.
They're one of my favorites. I like them, and I like Greenland sharks are the live long guys.
Yeah.
Greenland shark, yeah.
Goblin sharks look insane.
Yeah, they've just got like a
Just like
giant,
you.
big old.
A big old nose. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like
Listen, that was not intentional. One of you was going to be the great
That's
white,
fine.
and
That's
one of
fine.
you was going to be the goblin shark, and I was back and
I've
forth.
grown into my big nose. I used to when I was younger, it was like, this is a pretty big nose.
Well, when you did those comics of us, you were just a nose.
Just a nose, but
you
not.
boiled us down to one singular physical characteristic, and that was your comic of us. It was so good.
It was kind of cruel.
Oh, yeah. But looking back, it's funny.
Yeah. Did you know that Caitlin came up with the design for you?
I love that.
Yeah. So she drew a picture of you as a bridesmaid. I have no idea why she did this. I do not remember the context.
Does that picture still exist?
I doubt it. But
dang.
she drew it, and it was exactly like what I'm just stealing this design.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I added other things. I think I made your glasses swirly and your eyes, your hands, little sticks.
Yeah.
But
had small hands and dizzy eyes.
I don't. Well, it was just because I didn't want to. I don't know. Anyone with glasses, you just squirrely eyes. I don't know why.
That's fair. It's easier to.
You don't have to worry about where they're looking.
You don't have to worry about. Yeah, totally. Do you guys celebrate Shark Week?
I don't. No, we're not.
Not practicing?
No, we're not practicing. Non-practicing.
Lapsed? I mean, did you ever?
I did. I think for a few years when Animal Planet was was one of my main staples of cable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That was
it's really because cable's gone. That's
it might be it. I didn't even know it was
fair.
Shark Week, and by the time this happens, Shark Week will have come and gone.
Oh yeah, I mean we're in the dog days of Shark Week.
Mm-hmm.
The Shark Weeks of Shark Week.
The Shark days of
Shark
Dog
days
Week.
of Shark Week. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm a big fan. Always have liked sharks. Haven't always been a big Shark Week guy. But my niece and nephew are really into Shark Week. So
cool.
Anytime it comes around, we they watch shark things and then we chat about it and it's fun. And they did it's their third annual Shark Week party that Jack and I went to today. We I have for whatever reason, I mean obviously we were in Colorado, but every single time Shark Week has fallen on a week that I absolutely cannot go to this party. And I would have flown from Colorado back to Michigan for this party for Shark Week, but it just has never worked out. But this year we got to go, and Jack and I wore inflatable shark costumes.
Very cool.
And the kids loved it.
Nice.
I will say there were 8 or 9 kids and nobody wanted to talk about sharks with me. And so I was kind of upset about that because this was billed as a Shark Week party and nobody wanted to have me yell at them about different types of sharks and why they're cool.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of understand that, a little bit. And I think to me, I feel like the true spirit of Shark Week has kind of been lost with a lot of the commercialization that's been going on. With the holiday, it's everyone's just going it's Shark Week. I love to dress up like sharks, but there's the traditions have been completely lost.
Are you saying there's a war on Shark Week?
I just think we should.
People who practice Shark Week are the most persecuted people in the nation.
They really are, and I really think we should start saying "Merry Shark Week" again. I know that's controversial.
Make Shark Week great again.
Yes, and that too. That's no. It just makes sense that the kids didn't want to talk to the weird uncle in the corner who's just.
Hey, I'm the fun uncle in the corner.
That's what weird uncles think.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
We were sitting outside and I was just the sweaty uncle on a chair, dying, cooking in the sun.
Yeah.
Because it was so humid.
Was there a pool though?
Yeah, there was a pool, but it was full of like 9 kids.
Oh, yeah.
And they never once got out to use the bathroom.
Oh, they're peeing in there.
Yeah, that pool is 60% pee at least. So I was not going in there.
I would have been in there.
I mean, I thought about it, but I kept going inside into the AC. I gotta go check my work email because I brought my laptop because I left work a little bit early.
So I'm somebody who appreciates Shark Week. I'm glad it exists, but sharks were never my guys. I was always I was more afraid of sharks, if anything, as a kid.
Okay.
Like I would go into the deep end of pools and my brain would immediately go, "When's if a shark came out of nowhere and bit you right now?" And I'd be like, "Cool, brain.
Cool.
Why are you doing that right now? There's no sharks in this pool."
Thanks, man. Could you shut up?
And it's like, yeah.
Ever?
I was like, yeah, there's no sharks in this pool. It's like, yeah, we know that, but when's if there is? And you just don't see it.
Yeah, like somebody could have put a shark in here.
Yeah, that you never know. I'm like, I do kind of know. Maybe I don't know. I'm getting out of the water now. God damn it.
Yeah.
But no, I was always like, I loved marine animals, but I was much more of a dolphins and marine mammals. I loved whales a lot as a kid.
You watched
Fair.
Free Willy.
Oh, loved Free Willy.
Yeah.
Fair.
He had Willy in the name.
Yeah.
I think Jack was historically always that. And
Yeah.
I will take some credit, but probably most of the credit goes to our niece
Yeah.
and nephew for now Jack is like, oh, sharks are cool. I like Shark Week.
Yeah.
I'm into Shark Week. And then just today, because I've been saying since we went to Hawaii, I think I could get in a shark cage. And I think
Never.
I kind of want to.
Mm-mm.
And just today, I got Jack to say, I think maybe. It
So
would be
here's the
cool.
thing. I have been scuba diving. Well, in high school, I scuba dove, and then I would, my
I'd be
dad,
Scuba David.
yeah, my dad was Scuba David. Because his name's David.
Yes.
Anyways, my dad took us on a couple of scuba. We mostly did it through Boy Scouts. That's how we got into it.
Yeah.
And then my dad got into it too. And so we did a couple trips in tropical areas. And I don't think anybody regulates or gives. I think the only thing you need to be somebody who takes people on scuba dives is a boat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just
boat law seems insane to me.
You just so you'd show up and there'd be a guy who's probably hasn't worn a shirt in 30 years. And he's just yeah, we're going to go out here, And you're like, okay, where is this? We'll find a spot. And you're just okay. And so the second they're like, hey man, would you like to go in a cage with some sharks? I'm like, no, I would not. I don't trust you at all. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'd go to a place with sharks and find the first person with a cage and jump in that cage.
Still, man, they're everywhere.
But if I found a place that I felt was reputable enough, I would like to do it.
Yeah.
Because they're so cool, and I feel like seeing them in person would be so different and utterly terrifying.
So, see, to me,
I kind of want to just pee my pants.
I feel like to me, it's just that is spitting in the eye of nature too much. Do you know what I mean? That's it's like the people who drive towards tornadoes. Do you know what I mean? It's what I understand. No, you know what I mean? It's just sort of hey, this is literally a monster.
There's a daredevil somewhere inside of me that I have never let out.
See, because sharks are the only animal I am afraid with because even though this is absolutely not true, I secretly believe I could convince a bear or a tiger not to eat me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
no, I know exactly what you mean.
I don't actually believe that, but part of me is I think maybe the bear might like me actually. He might be my friend. He might not. Shark, no. No. There's nothing behind their eyes.
There's hundreds of millions of years of perfect, beautiful evolution behind their eyes. And that perfect, beautiful evolution was just designed to make them better at killing you.
Yes, they are like just.
And it's so cool.
To me, it's like, no, it's like, no, I respect it too much to be like flaunting. I don't know.
I totally get what you're saying. And I think you have the more valid viewpoint.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, my brain has been convincing me of the last 2 or 3 years, like, I kind of want to meet a shark.
Yeah, see, like the two things that scared me the most as a kid were sharks and tornadoes, because there's literally nothing you can do to stop them. You know? Like, I feel like a bear you can
Haven't
scare.
you seen Twister?
I think, yeah. You put Pepsi cans up into it and then it disperses.
Dude, Twister is the reason why I'm afraid of tornadoes. That
I
movie,
know.
The posters scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, because like a shark, like a bear, you can like scare a shark. You could be like, hey bear, and the bear will be like, whoa, what is this exactly?
Okay.
But like a shark will be like, but it doesn't think.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. And we're about to get way too deep for this podcast.
Okay.
As a recovering Catholic,
okay.
my relationship to something bigger than myself has been shattered, with no signs of ever being fixed.
Yeah.
However, the idea of a twister, something that is ultimately powerful, I can do nothing against.
Yes.
There is something awesome to me about that, and I mean awesome in like the capital A true sense of the word.
Like,
and same with the shark, where like it's awe-inspiring. It's like being that close to something that powerful that is like, I don't want to say not functionally immortal, but like spiritually immortal. Sharks have been around since before trees.
It's weird.
So,
I feel like we feel the same way about these things, but our reactions
are
very
insanely
different.
Yeah.
Because mine is to go run away, run very fast from the thing that doesn't.
And I don't know, to start a church about it.
See, that's that's the most human response.
Listen, if anyone listening would like to join my shark church, hit me up. We will talk details. I don't need to be the daddy shark. But somebody has to be, and I did kind of start it, so like it probably should be me.
Is it underwater, or is this
God, no. I'm terrified of being underwater.
Oh, okay.
We aren't meant to be underwater, Craig.
You just talked about being in a cage underwater.
Listen, I'm not going to claim that anything I say makes sense or like gels with me as a human being. I'm not well.
Speaking of Shark Week, or actually, you know what? Speaking of your new shark church,
yes.
Are you expecting to have you'll probably do like, what is the word? Tithe.
Yeah.
Which requires the passing the little, what would it be? It would be like a
instead of a hat,
novelty shark bucket.
Yeah, I think it'd be like a shark bucket hat,
a bucket of chum.
Yeah, it'd be a chum bucket.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we'd pass it around, and people would have to put money in it.
And they'd get that money from
their pocket.
But there's something else that comes with the pocket.
It's like it's like the medium between a pocket and money.
Craig?
The ether of your pants.
A shark skin wallet.
That's right. It's time for the segment where we reach deep into our best friend's pants and whip out some recommendations. It's What's in Your Wallet? Craig, you haven't spoken in a long time. Why don't you go first?
Okay, great.
Nothing to add to the shark conversation.
So I have two.
Yeah.
My small one is I just finished an Adult Swim show called Common Side Effects. This is the one about the guy who discovers a mushroom that can cure any disease, like any ailment, basically.
Yeah, I really want to see that.
It's really good because it's not like the Adult Swimness of it is just the animation. It's like kind of ugly animation.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at it. It actually looks like prettier than most. Even, you know what I mean?
It's not like, Squidbillies level.
No,
we're not there.
Because most Adult Swim is pretty ugly.
It's not home movies.
Yeah. No, it's not home. It's not the like squiggle
vision.
But it's got Mike Judge is one of the executive producers, and he does one of the voices.
cool.
And so I'm
Nice.
just like, Hank Hill is just here. And I'm like, this guy sounds a bit like Hank Hill. And it took me till the end of the series to look it up. I'm like, oh, it
We
is.
could start a Hank Hill church too.
Oh, that would.
I
yeah,
feel like that would get some people.
that would get some people.
I have been trying for years to get my dad to watch King of the Hill because my dad, not in a lot all the ways, but in a lot of ways, is like very Hank Hill-esque.
Yeah.
You know, like, and he's like, I don't want to watch it. They make fun of conservatives in it. I'm like, they don't though. Like,
Yeah.
They really don't.
They really don't. They kind of make fun of everybody. I mean, he's sometimes the butt of the joke because he's a character in a comedy show. But like, yeah, I mean, so I can't, he never,
God, I love that show.
yeah, it's one of the best. I'm excited for
I'm
it
excited
coming
for
back.
it too.
I'm so excited for it coming back. I
Oh,
feel like it has the potential to be awesome.
yeah, speaking of, Chuck Mangione just died.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw
Dude.
that.
And so did the guy who plays John Redcorn.
Yep.
He died in
Yeah.
a very tragic way.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that.
We did.
Oh, yeah. On the podcast?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't
Maybe it was
remember.
just hanging out.
Yeah. But
All days blend together to me. Nothing means anything.
That is
Yeah.
true. But yeah.
Join my shark church.
So yeah, Brittany Murphy's also died, and Tom Petty also is gone. Tom
Yeah.
Petty played Lucky.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, well, that's life. But yeah,
No, that's death.
which is death.
So anyways, common side
Okay.
effects.
Yeah. So it's just because it's not a comedy. Like when you think of Adult Swim, you think of either anime or comedies or Family Guy reruns
Yeah.
for the
Mhm.
longest time. It's still funny, but it's very much a like conspiracy thriller.
Ooh.
Dealing with, because he's trying to help people with this drug, and Big Pharma and the DEA and all these people are trying to
Is
stop
Big
him.
Pharma a mech character?
That
I
would be
wish. Yes,
God, that'd
it's
be
it's
awesome.
also an anime. Yeah.
It's not an anime. There's just one mech character.
Just one back character. For
What are you
no
doing
reason.
here, man?
So yeah, check that out. Only 10 episodes. Very breezy watch. And the other one I'll mention is I went to a concert over the weekend. And I think the last time I went to a concert was also for this band. And that was 6 years ago because I don't go to concerts anymore. But I don't know who this recommendation is for, but just something that I did. I went and saw my favorite band, Five Iron Frenzy. It's one of those things where I was it was so my thing starting in middle school. And the only reason I knew who they were is because of my brother. Like all my musical taste comes from my brother. And especially because most of what he listened to were Christian bands. And so I'm going to sound really cool here and say that's what I listened to in high school.
No, I mean
Yeah.
Christian rock had like a moment
Yeah.
It did.
when we
Where it
were
was like
in,
infiltrating all
well, I was
other
gonna say it was like
genres.
around when we were in middle school, which would have been when you were in high school.
Friggin' Creed, baby.
Yeah, Creed and stuff, and like
POD.
Reliant K,
Yeah.
POD.
Oh,
Yeah.
Creed and POD made
Yeah.
me like, oh man, yeah, I'm religious and I'm cool.
It's
like
cool
these
to
guys.
love Jesus.
It's so cool.
You got your WWJD bracelet.
Yep.
I had a frog one, which was fully rely on God.
Ooh,
Oh,
man.
I've never heard that.
Yeah,
I
don't
haven't
know.
either,
I
yeah.
had that was mine. I thought it was cool because it said frog.
Jesus take the wheel, fully rely on God. It's
So
Frog. Frog is good.
a very quick aside is Reliant K is the reason that Veronica and I started talking.
Oh, that's cool.
Because we
I-
both had a Reliant K shirt on
That's
in
awesome.
college, and we're
I
like,
wish I had listened to more Reliant K because I like what I know,
no, it's
but
very
I just
good.
never, yeah, I just never listened to a lot of it. Can I ask you a question about Five
yeah.
Iron Frenzy?
Of course.
Is this the band that you once played a song for me that was about pants? Whose
Yes.
pants are these?
Yeah,
Or
whose pants? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
These are not my
Because-
pants.
I say that every time I pick up a pair of pants,
Oh no.
and I haven't listened to that song in 20 years.
Yeah.
But I say it like every single time I pick up a pair of pants.
That makes me so happy. You have no idea.
Making a reference to
What?
something I barely consumed.
Yes.
What genre is Five Iron Frenzy?
It's ska.
Okay, that's what I thought. But
Yes.
then I was like, I honestly,
It's
was
Craig,
like,
so it's got to be ska.
Yeah, it's
No, I
ska.
thought-
It's specifically middle school and high school Craig. It's
Yes.
got to be ska.
well, that's what I thought. But then I was like, I actually don't know if I've ever heard a Five Iron Frenzy song, but I must because Caitlin likes Five Iron Frenzy, or at least did.
Yeah.
So she would.
I literally got a bumper sticker that says, I used to listen to Five Iron Frenzy. They were selling that because they know.
Yeah.
uh,
That's fun.
Yes.
That's funny.
but yeah, it was one of those things where I wanted so desperately for anyone that was not my brother to like the music that I listened to, and it just wasn't going to happen.
Oh man, that's the
it
worst.
was not. Relient K, everyone in my youth group liked them. Like that just happened. And so, but Five Iron, for whatever reason, was too different. And I'm honestly a little surprised that my youth group let us listen to them as much as they did, because another reason that I liked them so much is because they were the most political Christian band I'd ever heard. And I had no idea that a band could be like that. This concert, he called out Trump a lot, which they've always been very consistent. A lot of their songs are about, the mass consumerism, and just the manifest destiny against Native Americans. And there's even a song about how when he was in middle school, he was hating on Freddie Mercury because he found out he was gay.
Oh man, that was everyone to me. When you said, "Oh, I really wanted people to like
Yeah.
what I liked," and nobody did, I was like, "Oh yeah, that was me as like a straight 13-year-old boy trying to get my friends to listen to Queen."
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you could always get them to listen to like 2 Queen songs.
Oh, yeah.
But then you played a third, and they'd be like, "Okay, well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?" Yeah.
But that just the song is about his regret and how, and it's the same thing as we all, when we're raised a certain
Yeah.
way, you have these beliefs that you, especially about people that are different from you.
Oh yeah,
Like I
that's
had,
cool.
I was told so many things about gay people
Oh, man.
growing
Yeah.
up. And I'm like, oh, this is just a mental illness, or this is that,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
just what I was told.
Yeah.
And I had to be embarrassed several times for me to understand that, like, hey, you're an
Yeah.
asshole. Like, no one actually believes that.
Yeah.
But
Do you know if somebody gay touches a cat
yeah,
and you touch that same cat, you become a gay?
yes,
No way, really?
That's what. That's
Okay, I'm
that
gonna-
was actually Craig.
That was
said
Do we
about-
know any
in
gay
youth
people
time.
with cats? Because I want to go over to their house all of a sudden.
yeah.
Yeah, which yeah, probably we could find somebody.
We can find somebody.
Yeah.
But like most of what my church was pushing was worship music, or just bands that really didn't get too much into, like, you had the worship music. You
Yeah,
might
yeah.
have done some silly songs like Relient K, but you weren't getting too far into political stuff, and they were always right in there. And they still had songs that I connected with. I didn't like doing worship songs at church. I didn't connect with them, but when I was listening to these bands, it was more of a message. It was more impactful to me. It spoke to me more than these very amorphous worship songs.
Yeah.
So that was a big part of my middle school and high school. And again, I don't know because I can't recommend a ska band that hasn't really come out with new stuff. Like they have, but like I like all their old stuff. And every time I shared it, because I had some people who did like it, but still I'm like, are you sure? You're supposed to make fun of me now for what I'm listening to.
Yeah. As soon as you find the person that you were looking for the whole time, you're like, no, I don't believe you.
No, I don't know. So, because I didn't listen
Yeah.
to, popular music.
Yeah, I mean, I never listened to. I listened to popular music, but never when it was popular.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I listened to like a lot of classic rock and stuff like that, but like that stuff hadn't been well. you know, it's always kind of on the radio, but whatever.
Yeah.
And like that just sort of reminds me of like I would listen to like Bare Naked Ladies, and I love Bare Naked Ladies. They're old, especially their older stuff, obviously, because I was younger when it came out. And you know, you get stuck. But I would always like just like sit down and be like, you got to listen to this song, and people would start listening, and then they'd start talking. I'm like, no.
You gotta listen.
You got to listen
You
to the
gotta listen.
lyrics, and you'd be like, and I'd be like, wasn't that like that's pretty funny? They like because the thing with Bare Naked Ladies is they have very funny lyrics half the time, you know.
Yeah.
When they're not talking about masturbating,
Which unfortunately
it's
most
kind
songs.
of a lot.
Yeah.
If you listen to some of their songs, you're like, oh, this one's about masturbating too. Interesting, but like shameful never mind.
Yeah.
Anyways, So, but yeah, no, I totally relate to that feeling of like,
Because oh man.
Yeah.
Again, it was so important to me.
oh yeah,
It
I
was
know.
so
And the way
important.
that stuff like permeate, like just like goes right into you sometimes, and you're just like, this is me. Somebody is talking right to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The last time I had that was when I listened to, Rhett McLaughlin from Rhett and Link. He did Overboard or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember you
Human
you brought
Overboard.
it as a
Yeah, and it's a country-
recommendation.
It's a country
that's
album.
right. I
Yeah,
remember
and
you
I was
talking
like,
about
I'm like, I don't really like country, but I'll give this a try. And I like listened to the lyrics, and it's all about like coming away from faith and like
Yeah.
kind of being like, what do we do now? And like sort of all these things about it's like love letters to his sons and things like that. And I was just like, I could have written this. You know what I mean? Like that's how it felt. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
this-
man.
yeah.
Last time I had that was 28 years later.
Oh yeah, that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah. That was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But last thing I want to say is just I am very thankful for them because I think they helped me a lot understand that I didn't have to be like everyone else in my youth group and be conservative.
Yeah. Right.
And
Yeah.
like, this is what, like, because I always felt like I was on the outside because I wasn't being as worshipful as everyone else, or I wasn't like in the Christian camps, and
Yeah.
I wasn't saying
You
the
weren't
right
being
things.
indoctrinated
Yeah,
in the same way.
exactly. So I always felt really
It
off.
wasn't taking root
Yeah.
quite as much.
But yeah, just very thankful that I had that kind of influence on me at that time. So
Nice.
I feel like I was radicalized at a young age.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, Phil. What about you? What you got in
very
your
short
woggle?
one.
In your organ?
Yeah, what's in my
I
my
already forgot what
shark
it's
tummy
called. I already
that
forgot
I
what it
can
is.
spit everything out of my mouth on purpose because they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Is a short film on YouTube. It's not even a short film. It's like 12 minutes. It's a short
Okay. Yeah.
on YouTube. It's called Crash Site. It has Stephen Yeun
Oh, I like him.
and Sam Richardson.
Yep.
Okay, like him too.
And it is just really cool. It's like two friends. They go on it seems like they're like friends, but maybe not not like the best of friends. Like it's weird that he's asked Sam Richardson's character on this hike. But they go on this hike. They see a thing crash in the sky, and they go over to the crash site. Name of the short, and they find like this. They find something, and then the rest of the thing is just what happens with that thing that they find, and it's super short, but it's definitely worth a watch. It's fun. It's mostly Sam Richardson's in it for like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But again, the whole thing is like 12 minutes, so like that's a significant portion of that, I guess. But it's cool. I end up watching like quite a bit of shorts and like short films on YouTube.
How many of them are scary as hell?
So many of them are horror shorts.
Mhm.
Those just short form horror just works on YouTube so well. Like
Mhm.
there's such a like audience for it. There's so many tiny like short horror movies, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and see, horror does really lend itself to like low budget, and and also like shorter and
If
stuff
you
like that.
want it to be
Yeah.
longer, you have
Because-
to put a lot more into like
Yeah.
keeping the tension.
Keeping the tension going, but also like, and the thing with horror is like, it's interesting is you don't always need great acting. You know what I mean? Like,
no, not
and so
really.
you can,
You don't even have to. Anyone doesn't even have to speak.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
just-
and then you don't even. It is so much of like the spectacle of the visual. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
the
and all that
spectacle of the
stuff.
visual, and then concept in
Yes.
general.
Concept,
is
yeah,
so
yeah.
huge in these short films. There's one, and Craig, I think we've talked about this. It's this woman sitting at the edge of a like cliff, but
Mhm.
it is like a man-made cliff. She's in like a almost a culvert type deal.
Culvers.
Culvers. She's in a
Yes,
culvers,
she's
and
in a
she
culvers.
is about to jump down into a pit of root beer.
Yes.
No, and it's
Custard. Right?
it is at just steep of an angle that like she's eventually going to fall in. She's
Right, yeah.
eventually not going to be able like it looks over and you see other like remnants of people
Mm-hmm.
or like evidence that there was a person on the other side, or you see another, and the whole concept is just like, why is she here? What is this? What's at the bottom of this?
Yeah.
Why was she put here? When is she going to fall? And that's the whole like 9-minute thing. And it is thrilling to
Mm.
watch. It's great. If you need like a 10-minute boost of,
Adrenaline, maybe.
I was going to say dopamine, but definitely more adrenaline than
Yeah.
dopamine
Yeah.
because it just stresses you out a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's great. YouTube fucking rules. It's the greatest thing that humans have created besides me and sharks in my shark church.
All
And
right.
Shark YouTube.
That's all I got.
Well, you didn't create those things. The great shark in the sky or in the deep. The great, shark, in the deep,
Yeah.
created these things.
Yeah. Carcharodon.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it from Warhammer.
Oh, you don't say those things.
There's a Space Marine chapter that is space sharks,
Nice.
and they just go through the void and they just fucking kill everything, and they're the good guys. Anyways, what have you brought to us
I,
today?
of course, have been playing a video game, and I just
What?
beat it. I know, and it is called Nier Automata. And Phil, you might know this as a spin-off of the Dragon Guard series.
It is absolutely bizarre that it is a spin-off of that series
Yeah.
because, and I think we've talked about this,
Yeah.
that series is dragons
and
and magic
fantasy.
and
So,
fantasy.
I looked it up, and in those games, they have like multiple endings, right?
Yeah.
So depending on what you do throughout the game, it ends differently. And one
Never
of the
beat it.
more jokey endings is like the bad guy is teleported to modern day. You know what I mean? And he's like ends
Oh.
up in modern day Tokyo, and then somebody at the studio was like, "Well, that's an interesting idea," and that became the Nier series.
Huh.
It's sort of like, yeah, I don't know, but so Nier Automaton's I don't remember exactly how to say it. I thought it was said one way, and then they say it at the end of the game. They're like, "Thank you for playing Nier," and it's like
Automata.
Amatama, and I'm like, "What? Wait, how do you say it?" Anyways, this game takes place in like the year like 10,000 or something like that. Like it's way far flung in the future, and it's very much like it's sort of Blade Runner meets WALL-E in a weird way.
Oh,
So you play as an android. You play as an android called B2, whose primary task is to go to Earth, because you live up on a space station, is to go to Earth and destroy the machines that have taken over Earth. And you're basically clearing Earth of the machines so that human beings can come back. That's like the WALL-E part.
Okay.
yeah.
so you're not trying to find a plant.
No, you're not trying to find a plant. There are plants and stuff growing back. But like,
Are you trying to kiss another robot?
no, but another robot is trying to kiss you.
Okay.
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 Very, very much.
Yeah, 9S very much has a crush on B2. Anyways, so you play as androids, but so it's like kind of like a funny thing because you're like, wait, I'm an android, I'm a robot, and my job is to destroy all of these robots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, they're no like, and you know, it immediately starts and they're like, don't listen to the machines. They're you know, they don't have real thinking brains and stuff like that. And you're sort of like, kind of feel like they do. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, it's very heavy. And also like the machines are like adorable. Like they have like little round heads.
Oh.
And so like when you first start playing, you're like, whatever, I'm just killing them. But eventually you start killing them and they'll start saying things like, no, please don't kill me.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
And you're like fighting it, and B2's sort of like, why are they saying this? And 9 asks the more he's like, nah, don't worry about it. They just say nonsense. If they really didn't want us to fight them, they would just run away. And then you go and fight one, and it's like, oh God, I'm going to run away. I don't want to do this. And you go and like chase after them. But yeah, it's very much like I think it's a JRPG, so it does kind of feel but it's very approachable in its sense of theming and stuff. Like because
is it turn-based or is it like
no, it's an action
Kingdom
JRPG.
Hearts?
It's very close to Kingdom Hearts in a lot of ways. The action is very fun, and it sort of changes a lot. So like there's an open world, you run around in an open world, but if you go into like one of the dungeons, it'll sometimes be like a Castlevania style side scroller in that way.
Nice.
And then
Ooh.
other times you'll get like a little like jet airplane sort of suit that you wear, and it turns into like a shooter, like sort of like not asteroids. Yeah,
Galaga?
yeah, like Galaga. Yeah, or something like that. And so it totally changes. And it
That's
has
awesome.
yeah, it's fun. It's got like multiple endings too, so like you'll beat it once.
It's one of the endings where you get traveled back in time and it finishes the circle.
I have no idea because I've only gotten like 6 of them. But that would be fun. I've only gotten the main ones. There's like a bunch of jokey endings apparently. And I never stumbled upon any of them, so I don't even.
You gotta YouTube them.
Yeah, I was gonna go YouTube them and then I didn't. But yeah, no, I feel like it's pretty approachable too because like it has a lot of it's anime in a lot of ways, but it's also very much like heartbreaking because
Yeah.
again, you play as androids who are supposed to be killing robots, and the robots you're killing are like mimicking humans, but they also don't know why they're mimicking humans.
Oh my God.
So like there's like a lot of them like being like, we must save our king, we must
It's
save
like
our
me,
king.
just mimicking a human.
And you're like, what's their king? And you're like, oh, it's this little baby robot thing. And it's like, you're just like, I kind of feel bad about that. Like you as the player feel bad, but none of the characters do. And it's also funny because like you play as an android and she's like, we don't have emotions. But like everyone around her is like the most, like has so many emotions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like all the time. And it's just, so it's a lot of like really juxtaposed, and it's just fun. And the story is kind of nonsense in the way that so many JRPGs are kind of nonsense. But
Yeah.
it's cool. There's like a few things that happen that like, I'm like, oh God, that is so, and it's always around the machines because like, yeah, the machines are like tragic. Phil, yes, you have your hand up.
I actually just unrelated. I had a quick correction to issue.
Oh, okay.
Earlier I said YouTube was like the greatest thing humans have created.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think it's Wikipedia.
Oh.
Not YouTube.
Okay.
I really like Wikipedia.
Okay. I'm making a note of that and I'm going to write it down.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. It's a correction. Okay.
Craig, do you like Wikipedia or YouTube more?
Oh, I might have to go with
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Because YouTube offers instructional things, Wikipedia does not. It's just information.
yes.
YouTube offers a way forward while Wikipedia offers a look into the past.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, are they two sides of the same coin?
They both ask for money.
Yeah, and I
so-
only give money to one.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them is very much deserving of your money, and
Yeah, the
one
other
very
is
much is not.
Yeah.
And which one do you think we give the money to?
Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But no, it's a very good game. It's very fun.
Yeah, it sounds interesting and weird and
it's
cool
definitely
and
like
unique.
yeah, it's definitely the one thing. My biggest critique is it has a bunch of side quests. It has too many side quests because
Oh, okay.
it's one of those games where you're like, I love doing side quests, but like after a while, I was just sort of like, because the map is not super helpful. It's not a good map. it's an okay map. You know what I mean? But it doesn't. You don't have fast travel in the way that like. Well, no, you do have fast travel. So,
Okay.
but you don't. You have to go to a place to use fast travel. Yeah.
Selective.
Yeah.
Like,
So you can't just
yeah.
like hit start and go and immediately fast travel.
okay.
Mhm.
So there is a lot of
That's fine.
like, my second critique is it has a map. The map is decently sized, but you just end up going to the same places a kind of a lot. You know, that's my other big critique is it's like by the end of it, I was just like, I just want to end this so that I can figure out what the story is because I'm tired of running across the same like. Because it'll be like, oh, you need to go to the resistance camp. Okay, I'll go to the resistance camp. All right, now you got to go back to the village. Okay, I'll go back to the village. And it's like, all right, you know what? You got to go back to the resistance camp. It's like, God damn it. Just, why do I have to do it? Like, as somebody who like has not a lot of free time, I'm like, stop wasting mine.
Yeah.
It also doesn't have autosave. But it also, it's interesting the way it deals with like its UI because it's like robots and like so it's like you have to like unlock things. Like you can like customize your character, and one of the things you can get rid of is like being able to see your health bar if you wanted to. So you could like get rid of your own health bar. You could get rid of the map on the screen and then put like an attack plus ability in its place if you wanted to.
Oh.
Yeah, so like you could like get rid of all of the like UI things in order to like boost your attack if you wanted to. I never did it because it was never hard enough because I played on normal mode. But it's just kind of an interesting way to approach that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it's a good game. I definitely think people should check it out. Speaking of things that people should check out, help me.
Speaking of media.
Speaking of games that iPhone unavailable.
Oh no, your phone's dead. Dead forever. iPhone unavailable.
Try again in 5 minutes.
Oh, is it because your phone has been on this whole time and you've been hitting the
I must have been
lock buttons? Because I saw it on at one point and I was like, that's fine. Apparently it's not.
I locked my phone. This is like what my kids do to me on a daily basis when they try and get into my phone. And they just like...
Well, we can spend the next couple of minutes spitballing a speaking of... You'd be like, speaking of...
I'm going to stop.
Movies with my best friend. Welcome to...
Oh, no. Speaking of the thing that I said, Drag Me to Hell is a 2009 American supernatural horror film directed and co-written by Sam Raimi with Ivan Raimi. It's starring Alison Lohman, Justin Long, Lorna Raver, Dileep Rao, and David Painter. It had a $30 million budget, and it made $90 million.
All right, man.
99 minutes long. How do you think this movie is sitting on Rotten Tomatoes, Philip?
81.
What do you think, Craig?
I was going to do 82, so I guess I'll just stick there.
Price is Right, me baby.
Yeah, Craig has it 92.
Ooh.
Damn.
92 critic
92,
score,
okay.
62 audience score.
I can see that.
That's an interesting.
I feel like more than any other genre,
Mhm.
if you went on Rotten Tomatoes and looked at a horror movie, the two scores are going to be skewed wildly apart.
Yep.
More
In
than
almost
any
all
other
cases.
genre.
Well,
Yeah.
you know they hire people to change those ratings. You know that, right? You know they go in there, especially movies that are like have like woke going on. They like go
you're
in,
right.
Yeah.
they go in and they like bump them up. So like people, so everyone
And
like
this
says
movie,
that. Yeah, and that's what, because people don't actually have opinions. What they do is they go on Rotten Tomatoes and see that the movie is good, and then they say it's good, even though deep down they know it isn't.
yeah.
They actually agree with me and
Yeah.
my terrible opinions.
And this movie is super woke. You remember when the ghost was like, Communist Party 2026?
Yeah, and then they said things like, "I'm going to call you by a pronoun."
Yeah.
I hate the internet.
Are you okay, Will?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
okay.
We made it halfway through before you lost it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really proud of you. I thought this was going to happen earlier.
All right, who picked this one? It was you, Phil.
It was me.
Phil.
Yeah, why'd you pick this one?
Okay. My last pick was supposed to be a spooky movie, and it ended up just being a trash heap.
I forgot that was your last pick.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to pick something that I didn't think was going to be a trash heap, or was at least going to be a fun trash heap that we
sure.
enjoyed dancing around. And so this is a movie that's been on my list for a while.
Mhm.
I remember when it came out, I was like, ooh, that looks cool. And then I kept getting it confused with the Nick Cage movie with Amber Heard. And there's also a hell element, and also a like getting somebody dragging someone to hell. So I would always get these two movies confused, and I finally saw that one.
What is that
And then
one?
for a while, I kept seeing the title drag me to hell. I was like, oh yeah, I saw that. That's a Nick Cage movie.
I got
and then I wouldn't.
I
And then
got
I didn't.
this movie for whatever reason confused with It Follows all the time.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
Those are two movies I had not seen.
Oh, you should see It Follows.
No, I
It'll-
have now. I
Oh,
have
okay.
now, and I was like,
I was gonna say,
why
it'll-
did I think?
it'll-
I was like, isn't there like a hell element in this? No, what are you thinking of? I don't know. What am I thinking of?
Oh man, yeah, that movie will mess you up. Yeah, so I wanted to see this one, so I have picked it.
Mhm.
I cannot remember what the connection was. Was it the cinematographer
I
or the editor?
Who
It was something like
knows?
that.
don't listen to our episodes.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay.
Somebody tweet at me. I don't have a Twitter. I do. I haven't tweeted since Coney 2020, Coney 2012.
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the last thing I tweeted was Coney 2012.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Do you remember when we all tried to save the world with Coney 2012?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, initial thoughts from me.
Mm-hmm.
Big ups. Enjoyed it. I would like to hear. So, people listening, unfortunately for this one, I had to watch this separately from
Right.
Craig and Will. Also, Craig, I definitely forgot your Blu-ray. It's in my house.
okay.
I'll get it to you someday.
He's
It'll
never getting it to you.
It'll never get to it. But so these two jokers watched it together, and I watched it separate, and so I want to know about your guys' opinions. Will?
Well, Craig, you had seen this movie before,
Oh.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I had not. But I knew what I was getting into because I've watched a lot of Sam Raimi. And I heard that this was like people going like, Sam Raimi. Like when it came out, it was a lot of like Sam Raimi's like not back, but like back to what he does,
Yeah.
you know, because his previous movies were all the Spider-Man movies, great movies. Maybe not the third as much, but
Yeah, it's got elements.
it's kind of. I remember defending it tooth and nail when it came out.
Oh, absolutely.
And I just know that if I rewatch it, I'll be like, God, it was so dumb. Anyways, but and so like I knew it was going to be like over the top, and it absolutely delivered in all of those ways. You know what I mean? Like it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's a super fun movie. It's really gross, and it's cartoonish in a lot of ways. Like so much goo.
He was
There's so much
extremely
goop.
uncomfortable with how much stuff was going into her mouth.
I didn't care for that.
Yeah.
That wasn't-
I also didn't.
it made me kind of go like, huh, is Sam Raimi kind of a creep? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's just kind of like likes, does he just like watching this like pretty blonde girl like get goo in her
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, so, but I did like it. I thought it was fun. It's one of those things where it's like, it's got a very simple premise, a very simple horror premise, which
Yeah.
is like, this girl has been cursed. She has to figure out how to fix the curse. And you know what I mean? And like, and it's just her efforts to try and fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so there's not like,
Yeah. Plot is
I-
very simple. Very
there's like,
straightforward.
it's very straightforward, but it also has this added element that I quite enjoyed around the character. And I cannot remember her name. The main character. Anyone remember what her name might have been?
Beverly.
It wasn't Beverly.
No, but I can't remember what it was.
Anyways, and my phone is locked. But like I did like I really like what I really liked about her was like she so basically for a little bit of a plot summary for the beginning at least,
Christine.
Christine is her name. Chris. She's called
Yeah,
Chris.
Kristen
Yes.
Clay.
Yeah. Chris and Clay. That's right. Justin Long's character's name is Clay. So Chris works at a bank. And there's very much this sense of like she's being passed over. You know what I mean? Like people aren't noticing her. She's not being assertive enough, right?
Yeah.
And there's like
Stu's one of the bros.
Stu is maybe this new guy who's just like schmoozing too much with the boss, is maybe going to get the job that she technically deserves. And she goes and so she's feeling like she's not going to get this promotion or whatever it is. And this old lady comes in and is like, "You guys are foreclosing on my house. Can I get an extension of my loan?" And she's like, "Ugh, you already had 2. I'll go talk to my boss and see what we can do." And she goes, and the boss basically says like, well, we could do it. You know what I mean? But he had basically said earlier, like, I want you to have more initiative. I want you to look out more for the bank. So, but he does end up eventually saying like, it's up to you. It's your decision. And so she decides in that moment to be a bad person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like she's clearly somebody who her entire life has been a good person, but being a good person has gotten her nothing, it seems. Or there's like that's sort of like what she feels like.
Yeah.
And so she decides to be a bad person and deny this lady her loan. And of course the lady is like a old gypsy woman and curses her. But like I loved that, like sort of like I don't know. I thought that was kind of neat. Like she decides, so she's not like a bad person, but she does do a bad thing.
Yeah.
But it's like understandable that she did it. And it's almost like she's doing it because she like, and I pointed this out to Craig, like she's like infantilized by everyone around her. It seems like everyone kind of like even Justin Long, he's a quote unquote good guy. He's not a mean person, but he does sort of like treat her a little bit like she's a child.
Yeah.
There's like even a couple of scenes where she's like sitting in the bed and he's like talking to the doctor in the other room like it's his kid.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what
then
I mean?
he comes in to talk to her.
Yeah.
And talks to her like he's her kid.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't know. I thought that was, I don't know. It was just, and it was like, yeah. And then the one time she slowly becomes more and more assertive as the movie goes on when she decides she wants to like live. But like, she's like a good person who just keeps getting shit on for one bad choice. You know what I mean? And it's weird sort of like people who are continuously bad people don't get punished. But this one person who is good all the time does one bad thing and gets punished for it. There's something very relatable about that
Yeah.
in a weird way where it's like, that it's sort of like a martyrdom a bit. I don't know what it is, but so I liked the movie. Sorry, I spoke forever. Craig, how did you feel about the movie?
Yeah. Craig.
Yeah.
We've just introduced this movie. How did you feel? Because you had seen it before.
Yeah.
Yes. So I saw this when it came out. By that time, I was fully in Raimi mode because I'd seen all the Evil Deads. Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness was one of those movies that my dad watched with me, so I watched that before I even saw the first 2 Evil Dead. So
I think that might have been me too. I think I saw Army
Yeah.
of Darkness first.
But yeah, I remember when it came out, everyone's like, "Oh, this is Raimi going back to what he
Raimi does.
best," and just kind of getting the stink off from Spider-Man 3 off of him.
Mhm, yeah.
And this is his way to recover because he was gonna do 4.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Well, that's why they went to Amazing Spider-Man so fast.
Yeah,
Is because Sony was like, they had like a 6-picture deal with Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man 3 was bad, so they just like pulled the plug on the entire franchise. Which I was sort of like, come on, really? Sort of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And so then they immediately were like, we're gonna reboot it with the Amazing Spider-Man, and like people were just sort of like, what already? You know what I mean? Because it was like
Yeah.
literally like 3 years later.
Yeah.
And suddenly we get a brand new Spider-Man and it's another origin story Spider-Man. And you're just sort of, so I never saw it because I was like, I don't know, why would I see this movie again? They already
Yeah.
did it and I liked it the first time,
Yeah.
you know?
It's all right.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
So yeah, I knew what to expect going into it. And I've seen it probably about 4 or 5 times, and it's more of a comfort watch for me now, just because, and that's
what?
such a weird thing to say. I know.
I'm really comforted by
I'm
all the
just
goop going into Alison Lohman's mouth.
My favorite part is when the goop goes in.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm Craig Norland.
I was saying to Will, just the world that they live in, everything is foreboding.
Yeah.
Everything is just like,
Sometimes I think about an old lady gumming me, and
Yeah.
it puts me to sleep.
Please, Mrs. Eastern European woman.
yes.
Please gum my bottom jaw.
What is this voice we're doing?
It's
know.
Craig's voice.
Yes, it's me. No, it's a very consistent, fun ride. And that's
Yeah.
what I mean by comforting.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I
I
know,
know.
you know what
It's
to
a
expect.
rump.
It's a rump. I can talk like this too.
See, there it
Look,
is.
Phil, you're throwing your voice.
Yeah. I love all the action set pieces with the gypsy woman.
Yes.
The first car fight
The first car
is
fight
so
is
good.
I think
Yeah.
one of the best parts of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It's just it's so buck wild, and it's just like over the top. And what I also like is some parts it slows way down and it becomes like really uncomfortable. Like when she gets like stabbed in the face and stuff, and she's just like,
Yeah.
and like it's just like,
no.
yeah, it's great. It's great.
But there are references. Sam Raimi's car, the Oldsmobile's in
Mhm.
it, is the gypsy woman's car, and when the one guy gets possessed, he's dancing around like ashes, or one of the characters from Evil Dead, or was it Army of Darkness? I can't remember right now, but very reminiscent of that. So there's definitely those same kind of touches, camera work that you're used to with Raimi. So I don't think it's his best movie, but
Yeah.
it's an extremely solid.
Yeah. It's
Just
a lot of like low camera moves, like coming
Yeah.
real close and going up to a thing, It made me, it actually made me very nostalgic for when I was in college, because when Sam Raimi went to Michigan State.
Yeah.
And, I don't think he ever graduated, but he did found he did the, there was like a film club, film society or whatever. He started it. I was the president of it. So we would always try and make little like films, but we watched Evil Dead. That was like the one thing we did every year. Was like this weird thing was like, hey, welcome. This is the film club. We're all going to sit down and watch Evil Dead.
Yeah.
But like the first one, so like, it's like really low key, low level stuff.
It's like, it's for all the people who haven't seen, there's just a little bit of tree rape.
And
just,
it was also
just a little bit.
Yeah. And it was also funny. We'd do a stand because you'd do the like, beginning of the year, you'd like have a club. You do like there was like a club fair or whatever where freshmen walk around and go to their clubs and be like, talk to the club members or whatever to join it.
Yeah.
And we would have a laptop open playing some of our short films, and we'd always splice in clips from Evil Dead.
Nice.
Anyways, so dumb.
Yeah, the effects haven't aged super well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never really felt that way.
It was like all the Lamia stuff, like that part, all the other stuff.
Yeah.
looks
I felt like
great.
it was still a good mix of enough practicals
For sure.
that like when the CGI showed up, it felt like sparse enough that I didn't.
Yeah, I never felt put out by it or put off by
Yeah.
it. But yeah, like it's some of the scenes later.
Yeah, it's not like watching the Clone Wars or something where you're
No,
just like,
I mean, this is definitely does not rely on CG very much, but yeah, just some of the ghost effects when she's being terrorized in her house aren't the most believable.
Yeah.
They're very much of the time.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys.
Well, we'll see if we have an answer.
So in a lot of these like supernatural horror movies, or even a superhero story, if we want to go that way, Will, for you.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Um,
I am now
you
the
have a
superhero
character
guy.
who, you love superheroes.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't. You hate
Actually,
them.
I hate them. No, I hate
But you
that
like to tell other people
No, you know
how
what it
to
is?
consume them.
I hate that you like superheroes.
You're
I hate
right.
that other people like
You're right.
superheroes.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
Yep.
should be the only one who likes them.
Exactly. We always have a character that the person brings their problem to and tries to convince them, hey, I'm being haunted by this ghost, or hey, I have a superpower, like I can do this or whatever. And I always wonder, like, I always put myself in that position of like,
Would you believe them?
if somebody,
Yes.
what would it take to believe them? And in the situation of this movie,
So it would have to be a man. Because if
Well,
a
obviously.
lady's telling me something crazy is happening, I'm like, you're just on your period.
Yeah, you're hysterical.
eyes are down here. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
No.
It's like eyes are down here. You know how they say that.
How women say that?
No, they say it.
Okay.
They're like,
Do you
oh, your
understand what
eyes
you're
are down
saying? No.
here.
I don't know what's happening right now.
No, you're like talking to someone and you're like, hey, eyes are down here.
Yeah, you're right. I do say that all the time.
Yeah,
I know.
duh.
I now understand. Yes,
Um,
and.
So, yes, and what?
Never mind. Just keep
God
going.
damn it, Phil.
Oh, you guys are fun. So I'm watching this movie, and I feel like in Clay's situation, it takes him it doesn't take him as long as I feel like it would have taken me.
It takes him a bit of time.
It takes him a bit of time.
He is quite the supportive boyfriend.
He's very supportive,
Yes.
and it's very cool.
Yeah.
I guess if I would maybe have, and here's the thing, I'm living in this world, not in that world. Isn't he a psychologist? Or is he a lawyer?
No, he's a doctor.
He's a lawyer
He's a
or a doctor.
doctor.
of
Yeah, I
some-
think he's a doctor.
I guess he does have her see a psychologist, but I guess I would have wanted, like,
This-
me in this situation, in the real world,
Mhm.
I would have been like, hey, let's maybe see a doctor for a few weeks and see if the quote unquote hauntings stop happening.
Yeah.
So he's like, he has her see the doctor once, and then like a couple days later, he's like, oh, yeah, this is all real. I'll drop you off at this mysterious house by yourself.
See, that's sort of where I'm like, he's kind of a weird character in terms of like whether or not he's a good guy or not, because he has this element of like, he's like, oh yeah, oh sure, like he doesn't say it like that, but there's this element of like, oh, like he's like sort of making her seem like she's being
Yeah.
a little bit, he's a little condescending, but also being supportive at the same time. You know what I mean? Like he's got a lot of like
you treat it like you do with a kid, where it's like,
it's a little,
okay,
I'm
seeing the situation differently and correcter than you
more
are.
correctly
but
than you
I'm
are.
going to, well, no, corrector.
Yeah.
But I'm going to humor you and let this
Yes,
sort of play out.
Yes. And to me, it's sort of like, if you like, whereas you and I would be like, I'm being chased by a demon, I'd be like, yeah, we're going to go to a doctor like now because you're not. And so,
Oh, yeah, the demon's right here. He's chasing us to the hospital.
to the hospital.
Craig, because we've had conversations.
Yeah.
I know you went to a like hotel somewhere that was haunted.
Yes.
You're a guy who likes ghosts.
Yes.
You're a guy who's into a ghost thing.
Yes.
Where are you on the scale of like, if I come to you and I'm like, Craig, genuinely, I think my old ass house is haunted.
Please tell me.
I'd just believe you. Yeah.
No, please.
Cool.
Okay. Insert me in this conversation.
No. I'm gonna leave you out for now.
Son
I'm
of a
leaving you
bitch.
out in the cold.
Yeah.
If
And I like
it was,
that about you.
Well, because I trust you. If it was some
Fair.
random person,
Right,
I'm
but-
going to be
but-
a lot more discerning.
But,
Yeah.
Craig, ghosts
Yeah.
aren't real.
Well, you
I
don't
know
that.
that.
Okay.
But also, I think things can happen that
Sure.
we might not have an explanation for.
Okay.
So I want to believe. Like,
I'm right there.
I
I want to
hate-
believe.
Why?
I will leave
because
the
it
door
makes
open a
things
crack.
more interesting.
I will leave the door open a crack
Yeah.
Mhm.
because, again, as we've discussed,
Shut
there's a
it.
hole in me
Mhm.
that
Christianity has
dug
burrowed out.
out, just kept digging. It's almost all the way through me.
See, the hole that's in me is more of like I needed at least one hug from my dad.
And if I open,
Yeah, not
if
gonna
I
happen.
leave the door open just a little bit, just a wee crack,
Yeah.
maybe a ghost will come in and make me feel like the universe makes sense.
How would that make the universe? Okay. That would make the universe make less sense.
In a way, but
Yeah.
in another way, a truer way for me, it
Yeah.
would make the universe make sense.
I had this idea for a short film, and I'm just gonna give it away now.
I love
don't
short
think,
films.
I don't think I'll ever make it, but just like a guy looking out his backyard and he just sees a leprechaun who then like flicks him off and runs away. And then he just is standing there and he has to deal with the fact that he just saw a leprechaun and like it ruins his life.
Well, yeah,
Because he can no longer grapple with reality as he knows it.
and if he
because
tries to tell people, he can't give them all the details.
I feel like that's what would happen to me. If I saw a leprechaun, I'd be like, I think I have to just kill myself because I don't know how to be a person anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it would destroy me.
It's interesting sometimes where you and I don't know if Craig feels this way. Sometimes you and I are the reverse.
Yeah.
Like I'm the reverse Flash to your Flash sometimes.
Sure.
Not that I'm evil, but that like
Say, why'd you make
literally
yourself
things
the
are
evil
like our
one?
reactions to things sometimes are
No,
the
I
absolute
understood.
reverse of
Yeah.
the other one because I'm like,
Oh, finally.
oh, finally, there's a leprechaun. This nonsensical world makes sense
Yeah.
because it's chaotic and stupid.
Well, that's the thing. The world is chaotic and stupid, and that I understand. But like, it still is bound by like the laws of physics to keep us all together.
Right, but that's really boring and lame sometimes.
I
Yeah.
know, but like, if we didn't believe in physics, we'd all fly off the earth. You know what I mean? Like, not
Yeah.
that believing in it doesn't require it to be real.
Right.
But I just
right.
mean like
Yeah. No, I just mean like sometimes that's a little boring where it's like, oh, we have all this cool shit, all these
cannot
cool
believe that you
rules of
think life-
physics and stuff. Wait.
okay.
And this is what we built with it.
Oh well, yeah. Being disappointed in
That's-
my fellow man.
That's disappointing. But
Yeah.
if I get, oh, there's a leprechaun. Okay, let's change the fucking
Yeah.
world.
So I think
Let's
part of-
rewrite the script here because leprechauns are real.
Yes. I feel like I can kind of relate to what you're saying because I do secretly hope that one day I will get a letter and it'll say, you know what? There was a mistake. You were supposed to go to Hogwarts.
20 years ago.
Or Gandalf will show up at my front door and be like, it's time for the adventure.
Yes.
Be like, yay, I'm 40
Yay.
and I'm going on my first adventure, just like Bilbo and Frodo. Anyways,
I'll go back to the movie.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I'll be that
thank you.
person.
Yeah.
Okay, I do want to say something about Clay because, I feel like that switch does kind of happen a little bit abruptly, but I think it's refreshing that we don't. I think, especially at that time, a lot of movies were just like the person never believed, and the whole movie is about like I'm crazy. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, and like he's really the only person who's pushing back on this.
He has a line where he's like, I think he says something like, she's like, oh, you don't believe in this stuff. And he's like, I think he says, but I believe in you and
Yep.
this is
Yeah,
affecting
yeah.
you. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, that's actually,
Yeah, no, he's very.
that's a really good line.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
a really good.
But they're like that to me is a really good line in 2008. Do you know what I mean? Like
Maybe.
where I just mean like no, it's a really good line always, but like with the rest of his character, like he does sort of like yes, he really believes he doesn't believe what she's saying, but he believes in her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I don't feel like it feels like he's just going along to get along with her a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had a chance. I mean, this happens right after the dinner with his parents.
Yeah.
And any normal person would have been like, yeah, there's something wrong with her. My parents obviously think that she's wrong for me too. So I think if he was
A worse
like,
character for
like
sure.
a percentage less of a good person,
Yeah.
he would have just been like, I'm sorry, this isn't going to work out anymore because there's obviously something wrong with you and you're not accepting my help.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I may be being a little overcritical of the character. I think I just felt like it did sort of feel like she was everyone in the like. It felt like, you know, everyone just sort of saw her as unable to like handle herself in a weird way.
I mean,
Yeah.
what was his name? The
the like medium.
The
guy.
medium.
I was
yeah.
just gonna bring him up. I liked
He was
him.
the best. Yeah.
He was like immediately, oh, I know this stuff is real, and something is like
yeah.
something very real is like attached to you, and this
Yes.
is terrifying. And he did seem like he was gonna be like they kind of play both sides, where it's like he feels like he's kind of gonna be a charlatan, and then
And
he isn't, because he gives that, and he gives like the tiniest bit, and he's like, oh, I have to go, this is closed, sorry.
Yeah.
And then when they're in the car on the way back, they're talking about him, and Clay is like, well, that guy was a con artist.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, he gave the money back. And he's like, well, he didn't.
Yeah.
He did keep the money for no like psychic reading. He just told you that like
Yeah.
you're being haunted by something. So it kind of like you're still up until I think the end at the house, like this movie for 2008 or whenever it came out could have gone in another direction where like
Yeah.
she actually is
crazy.
needs
being-
to be
yeah, yeah.
institutionalized, and
I mean,
is
the-
like
either-
having a psychotic break.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No.
And it never would have, obviously, because
the
it's Sam
film is
Raimi. But
way
like,
more fun with this being real.
yes. Oh yeah, yeah. And
100%.
I would never want it to have gone
Yeah.
the other way. It's just that time I feel like it could have gone.
I don't, because I think if the whole movie was also her about Clay pushing back, I think that would drag the whole movie down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You really need it to like go completely
Yeah. Yeah.
balls to the wall.
It's a
So-
it's a thrill ride. It's a you are on a not a ride at Disney, but like a scarier park. You're on a ride. It's railroaded.
You're
it's
at
not
Six
like
Flags, and the kids who are working the ride do not care.
yes.
I do kind of want to talk about the ending.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
the ending.
So spoiler town. We've
Our sushi and mayonnaise sandwich
mhm.
has been sitting on the dash.
Yes.
It is 98 degrees, sitting in the car, and they keep spitting on the sandwich, so it is spoiled.
It's totally spoiled. So at the
Was
very
that a good one?
yeah, it was a great one. I'm
Cool.
glad I didn't have
Cool.
to say it.
Cool.
So at the very end of the movie, so she's trying to get rid of this curse. She discovers, like, she does a whole ritual. It doesn't work.
She kills her kitten.
She kills her kitten. She
Good
tries a bunch
Lord,
of stuff.
that was horrible.
I was like, this is the most Sam Raimi thing ever.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that she didn't, there's no name for the cat. It was just kitten.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
so-
they're trying to make it so this is not as painful
They-
for us.
They do a whole seance. It doesn't really work, even though they spent $10,000 on it. And so eventually it turns out that all she needs to do is give the button away. So the old lady made a curse, and when she gave a curse, it was like, the curse was like, I'm going to curse this object, I guess. And whoever
It's
takes
whoever
it,
is the owner.
owner of this object. And she thought that, because it was from her coat, that she was just the owner forever.
Yeah.
And so she learns that, no, you can actually give it away, which Phil actually predicted.
Yeah. I was texting you guys while I was watching. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I wonder if she could just give the button away. And then like 5 minutes later, they found that
Yeah.
out. Because I was thinking that the whole time, because they
Yeah.
were very specific. And I was just talking to you guys, and I just keep bringing this up. I love monsters with very specific rules.
Yes. Oh,
And
yeah.
this was
they're the
like
best.
magic
Yeah.
with very specific
Yes.
rules. And it said the owner of this
Yes.
will be cursed and be dragged to
Yes.
hell. I was like, oh, just give it to someone else.
Well, that's
Yeah.
exactly my
Just
thought
give it to
too.
someone else.
That was exactly my thought too.
But then she finds that out, and
Yeah.
then that becomes her next dilemma of like,
Well, because like essentially he's like, well, and she's like, why didn't you tell me earlier? And he's like, because whoever you give it to is going to go to hell, and that would make me an accomplice in your decision to send another person to hell.
yeah, and that becomes the dilemma of
Yes.
like,
who do I send to hell?
yeah,
And so, anyways, she realizes she could give it to. She tries a couple things. She realizes she can give it to the
The-
dead lady who cursed her.
Well, the best part is she's sitting in the restaurant looking around. She sees this old man who's on on oxygen. And the funny thing is she's considering it, and then her husband or his
Yeah.
wife comes. He's like, "Oh, he's happy." But I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Even if he's suffering now, you're still sending him to hell.
He's
Yeah.
about to die and could potentially go to heaven. Why would he take?
Why would you do that?
yeah, it's still me.
It's not just death;
Yeah.
it's hell.
yeah.
She tries to give it to Stu, and then she
Decides not to.
decides because he's so pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell my dad. Anyways, so she realizes.
Don't tell my dad that I took a deal from one bank to another bank. That's not how banks work, I don't think.
Well, I didn't really care about that, but it might not be.
I was a little confused on that, but
part
it's,
didn't really
somebody's
make
going to
any
have to
sense.
explain that one to me.
I don't know. I didn't even think about it. But she finds out that like there's like a ritual because the woman who cursed her is Romani, so she realizes there's like a ritual thing where you give gifts when somebody dies.
Yeah.
So she could technically give the gift to the lady who's already dead. So that's what she does. She gives and then there's this a twist where you find out that actually what she gave the old lady wasn't, because it was in an envelope, wasn't the button. It was a coin that her boyfriend Clay liked, right?
Yeah,
And
she
so-
At
got
the
it.
beginning of the movie.
In the very
Yeah.
beginning of the movie. So the movie ends with her like thinking that she'd gotten rid of this curse. Everything's going to be happy. She's going to run away on a vacation with her boyfriend,
Get the promotion.
get the promotion, all this stuff. And then he pulls out the button and is like, I thought you might sew this on your old coat. And she realizes she didn't get rid of it. And then she falls into the subway spot.
like the train tracks.
Yeah.
No, train tracks. Thank
Yeah,
you. I
falls
was
into
like,
the train
what
tracks.
do you
Yeah.
call it?
What's the subway where it's on top of the ground?
On the top of the ground, but like where it goes down the train tracks. Anyways, I'm an idiot. And she gets dragged to hell, and then the movie ends. And I knew that was coming because I feel like somebody had spoiled it to me a long time ago, and for whatever reason, I just knew. And it's also in the name of the movie.
In the name of the movie.
Yeah.
So I like kind of knew it was coming, and
It's not drag yourself to hell,
Yeah.
you old bitch.
and I have to say, I gotta be honest. Like I feel like I'm about to say the
Let him
lamest.
cook.
I'm about to say the lamest thing I've
Oh, no.
ever said. But something in the Superman movie healed me,
Oh.
and I hated this ending because of it.
Oh no.
Because she went to hell.
She went to hell. She did not deserve to go to hell.
Oh, and
I'm
agree.
angry that they and it made me go like, and it, like a lot of people go like, well, that's just life. No, this movie was made by a human being who decided to send this character to hell, and that fucking sucks, and I hate it.
Yeah,
and it
it
makes
sucks.
me angry.
Because okay, and
She
this is
did nothing wrong the whole movie. She made one bad choice at the beginning.
one bad choice that her boss gave her and essentially was pressuring her
Society
into
pressured her into it.
Yeah. Like
So always be true to yourself.
Yes. Okay. Shut up.
No, she
That's-
changed. The whole reason all this happened is because she fundamentally changes her personality to please everyone
she-
else around her.
Yeah, and that happens every day. You do
Yeah.
that every day, not on. And
Yeah,
I just,
Craig, you do
that's-
that
This
every
isn't
day.
a literal. I'm not saying this is literally you should
Yeah.
be punished for. I'm just saying that is her.
No, I
Whole- yeah.
understand
Okay.
that, and I. But
I don't feel you're actually listening to what I'm saying.
shut up. But I know. I mean, I do understand that, and I do. I do get it. But like, I just realized like, and I feel like I would have been like, yeah, like like it's. But I was just like, no, I want to see her be happy with Justin Long. I don't want to learn a lesson. I don't want to be. I want to be hopeful and happy.
You know who really gets boned in this movie?
Who?
Justin Long.
Justin Long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Oh my
he
God.
goes through this whole thing being supportive and like, okay, I think she's going through something. I'm just going to try and like hear her out through this whole thing. Then they get through it and he's like, okay, she's finally doing okay. Everything's good. We're going to go on this trip. It's going to be great. Oh, she literally got dragged to hell. So now I know, 1, that hell is real. 2, curses are real. And 3, I'm alone now, probably forever, because I'm going to be traumatized by this for the rest of my life.
And also, I will know that even though I was trying to be supportive, I never actually believed her.
So I'm probably going to hell too.
No, I could have done more, probably, if I had believed her more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah. Yeah, no,
but
you're
also maybe he's going to hell too now.
And so as a piece of like media, a piece of art, I was like, this movie is great. but as somebody sitting there watching a
As
movie,
somebody who just watched Superman,
and it was like feeling very hopeful and just seeing like another movie where it's like, actually, you know what? Everything's bad. I'm being way too unfair, but
no, I genuinely, I don't think you're being unfair. I think her getting dragged to hell is the movie ending,
yeah,
and I think like the story ending
yes,
could have been something else.
Yeah.
Would it have been a Sam Raimi movie?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so.
yeah.
Would it have been Drag Me to Hell? No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. But I think there is room for another ending there, and I
Right.
think I also would have been happier.
Yes, it's
watching
weird.
that.
I'm like having two moments because I was like, of course, this is how this movie ends. This is the only way this movie can end.
Yeah.
But I fucking hated it at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't like how it made me feel. Because I was like, this makes me angry. She should get better things should happen to this character. And I know she's not real. And I know that it would ruin the movie if she had a happy ending. But I'm still fucking mad about it.
I wish so. The woman says to Chris, "You're gonna come begging to me
Yeah.
by the end of this,"
And
then she dies.
Yeah.
And then I guess for me, the sort of alternate ending of her not going to hell would have ended with her going to the family and begging like
Yeah.
for help
But
from
then it
them,
would have been-
who maybe would have known more about the
Yes,
curse and
but-
could have undone it or
Yeah,
whatever.
but that would have been a nothing movie. That would have been
yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
it's what you're asking for.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not asking for anything.
You're yelling at me, telling me no.
No,
What I'm saying is like I think this movie
Yeah.
is as good as it is
Yes.
because it has this bad mean ending.
But I'm also like I'm saying like there's like I feel like I'm like inside a man there are two wolves, and one of the wolves is
both
a
are
film,
gay and they're kissing.
Yes, and when they're not doing that, one of them is a film snob, not a film snob, but like a film guy,
Yeah.
and that wolf loved this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and the other wolf
Just watch Superman.
is a guy is a wolf who's at the cafeteria eating lunch all by himself and is scared because he can't make any friends.
yeah.
And that wolf is unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's very fair.
But the other wolf is like, no, this movie rules because of the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways.
I like when a movie affects the two wolves inside of you.
Yeah.
So if you watched this pre-Superman, you would have been like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is a Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
But I don't mean to sound super like over dramatic, but like the Superman movie like really broke and like healed something in me where
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, anti-heroes are so stupid. Do you know what I mean? Like, why don't we have more heroes? What the hell is wrong with us?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and not that don't get me wrong, I don't actually think they're stupid. I do still like all the anti-heroes I liked before, but like you
Like
don't.
the Punisher. You love the Punisher.
He's not an anti-hero. He's
Sorry.
a straight up villain. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's like, no, we need anti-heroes are fine, but they can't be the only thing we have.
Yeah. There needs to be heroes for them to be an anti-hero of.
to anti-hero it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, like literally, I think like we were riding on the coattails of like, I think Spider-Man is like the only like hero out there. Like even like, I guess Captain America is another good hero, but like, his like, but like, you know, Iron Man is, oh, he's a genius. Ah, well, he's also a dick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways.
He's an asshole. He was a weapons dealer.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. It's like, yeah, they all had like a tortured past,
Tortured
or like
past or whatever, you know.
or they're like kind of an asshole, but they've
Yeah.
got a heart of gold.
Or they're
when it
kinda
comes down to
stupid.
it, or they're kind of dumb.
Yeah. Which was sort of like Thor and Captain America's thing. Like,
And
you
then
know.
it's Spider-Man. It's like we know this guy's the good guy.
well, he's a good guy, but the other thing is he's a kid, so like there's a level of naivety.
Yes, it
that
feels
they, like-
almost condescending. Where like,
there's no like grown up who's like, I'm just going to do the right thing because it's the right thing, and nobody's going to take advantage of me because I have a good heart, and I'm not going to learn the lesson that I shouldn't have a good heart.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And then Superman happened, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, you can just like kind of be a good guy.
You
and
can just, you can just keep trying to be a good guy.
And it's like, what's the conflict? He's trying to be a good guy. That's
and it's
the conflict.
difficult sometimes.
It's difficult
because
sometimes.
there's a lot of red tape.
So anyway,
Every movie we review is going to come down to Superman again.
I
yeah.
can't stop thinking about it.
Okay, Phil,
Yeah.
if you were to give this movie a rating, what would it be?
Oh man. Okay. I really, really loved this. This is like right in the wheelhouse that I love of like, this felt like a folklore horror that was just taking place in a modern day city.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved that. I feel like I need to watch more
It's
Sam
almost
Raimi
like-
movies.
You know what it is? It's like an Edgar Allan Poe like story.
Yeah.
I showed you Evil Dead 2, and you were nonplussed.
I was plussed a little bit, I think.
Okay.
I think I was like plussed and I was charmed, maybe. I don't know. Don't listen to past Phil. He's a piece of
Okay.
shit. We hate him. Fuck that guy.
This guy was before Superman.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
post Superman.
That's pre-Superman. Post-Superman Phil is very different. I'm going to give this 5 out of 5 filthy pig knuckles.
Yeah.
Filthy what?
Because when he's
Stu is like doing the tapping
Oh,
on her
yeah.
desk and
Yeah, yeah.
she's seeing
Yeah.
the old woman's hands, she's like, "Get your filthy pig knuckles off my desk." And I was just like, "What? Why would you say that?"
What'd you get? What was your score?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
I really liked this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give this movie. So the one wolf in me,
Yes.
the
Give me your 2 wolf scores.
so the first wolf is gonna give this movie 5. I kind of wanted to see what the goat demon looked like out of 5.
yeah.
And then the whiny crying sort of wolf in me is gonna give this movie negative a billion. Oh my god, you killed a kitten in this movie.
make
Yeah.
me sad.
Movie make me sad.
Movie make me sad.
Okay, I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. You tricked me, you black-hearted whore.
There's a lot of really good lines in
Funny
this.
nonsense in this. Yeah.
Yeah, the Exorcist, like that whole scene, just the look of this house. And the funniest thing that Will said, it was a miracle it happened. But the funniest thing
Okay.
he said, he's just like, they bought this house on 2 mediums salary. I don't think so.
She showed up. They're like, I'm a medium. My husband's a medium too. This is our house. And it's like this giant mansion. And I was like, fucking boomers.
Yeah, but what a great set! What a great
Yeah.
set
Yes.
piece for that
Yeah.
whole sequence. That was great. No, I love it. It's
Yeah.
great.
It was great.
So, Phil, you're going to get your wish because the next movie we're going to watch is a Sam Raimi movie.
Oh, cool.
And I want to rewatch Dark Man, which is a movie
Oh,
I
okay.
watched a
Cool.
long time ago. It's starring Liam Neeson and Francis McDermott.
This has been
No,
on my list.
Francis McDormand.
Dormand? What he said. And I feel like I think the lore behind it is that Sam Raimi really wanted to like make a Batman movie, but he couldn't get the rights to Batman, so
Yep.
he made up his entire superhero.
Yeah.
And it's like sort of like this movie is kind of what got him Spider-Man in a way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I remember it being really weird.
It's weird. It's fun.
Oh, I'm excited.
So I was like, oh, this is one of those movies that's been on my list of like, oh, I got to rewatch this at some time to remember.
We're nearly at a 25-year anniversary.
Really?
Yeah, it was released August 24th, 1990.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
Nope, 35. Sorry,
I was
can't do
supposed to- I
math.
was supposed to say, like, that doesn't sound right.
Can't do math. Nobody
Uh,
hired me to do math here.
Yeah. So we're staying in the Raimi realm for
Yes.
a bit here.
The Raimiverse.
So just a few quick reviews from Letterboxd.
Yeah, give me some good ones.
This is from Patrick Willems.
Oh.
Sure, all
friend
these
of the show.
Yes, friend of the show. God, I wish. Sure, all these fancy modern horror movies are serious studies of trauma, but you know what's better? When an old lady pukes worms and maggots into someone's mouth.
True.
Very
Or
true.
sticks her arm elbow deep into
Elbow
his
deep,
mouth.
yeah.
I like that one.
A film.
That's the one that made me go like, I think Sam Raimi's got something going
Yeah.
on.
A film for cat lovers.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Allow me not to act my age and indulge in a bit of internet slang. This is the GOAT PG-13 horror movie ever made.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
it's PG-13?
Yeah.
Then for real, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Satan says, fuck Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear yeah, he's yes.
And then more films should thoroughly hate their main character as much as this does.
That's why The Other Wolf in Me
Yeah.
is so sad.
Yeah, this movie does not like her.
She
But
is
she doesn't like
punished.
herself.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
She
There's a lot going on in
is
this movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
What if none of it was real and she just, her self-loathing made her destroy herself?
Then it would be terrible. Then it would be a
that
terrible
would be
movie.
very, very
What if it
bad.
wasn't real and the whole time Justin Long's character was in a coma and none of this was happening? That'd
was-
be like a really good movie and not like a cheap trick.
Yes,
The band.
the band Cheap Trick. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you want to, tell us who you'd give the button to.
Ooh. Damn, we didn't even get into that.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
Will.
It would be Phil. This episode is brought to you by Dan Bader. If you want to hear your name shouted out and help support us, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/mumbleandtrug.
If you like what you heard, consider leaving a review on any of the platforms we're on. That's all for this episode. I'm Phil Shark Kessel.
I'm Will Goblin Shark Chodas.
And I'm Craig Great White Norlin.
I'll see you in hell, Will.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably not Craig, though. He's
Yeah,
a
no.
good guy.
No, the
Nice.
5 Iron Frenzy shirt is going to get him there.
Yeah.
Craig's making it out of here. Craig will get raptured.
If there is a hell,
Raptured.
I'm definitely going.
Oh, yeah.
What a great way to end the episode.
Brought to you by Mumble and Shrug Productions.